What does a single knot signify in an Incan quipu? Imagine a string with tiny knots tied at different points. That's how the ancient Incas kept track of their world. These knots are more than just decorations. They are part of a clever system of recording information. When you see a single knot on a quipu, it usually means the number 10 or a multiple of 10. The position of the knot along the cord tells you whether it stands for 10, 100, 1,000, or even 10,000. So if a single knot is near the top of a cord, it might mean 10,000. If it's lower down, it could be just 10. The Incas used a decimal system, which means they counted in tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. They had different types of knots for different numbers. A simple overhand knot, which is just a basic knot, signals the tens, hundreds, or thousands depending on where it is on the cord. If you see two single knots close together, that adds up to 20 or 200, depending on their position. The system is quite smart because it allows the Incas to record large amounts of data with just knots and strings. Other knots on the quipu also have specific meanings. For example, a figure-8 knot, called an e-knot, stands for 1. Long knots, which are wrapped around the cord several times, can mean numbers from 2 to 9, based on how many wraps there are. If there's no knot at a certain point, it indicates 0. This way, the Incas could record complex information like census data, tribute obligations, and even calendar dates. The knots and their placements were like a written language, but made with strings and knots. So, a single knot in an Incan quipu is a key part of their counting system, representing the base 10 units that helped them manage their vast empire. It was a simple yet powerful way to keep track of everything important in their society.